What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. This your boy Tate. I'm back in the building. This is strictly a video that I wanted to make to address something that I heard on MTR, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews channel. It wasn't nothing that he specifically said, but it was something that one of the gentlemen on his live, it wasn't his live, it was just Pearly's live. He said something that hit home, and not in a good way, yo. It let me know how out of touch a lot of people are. And I thought it was just women that were out of touch, and didn't realize that a lot of men, not the majority maybe, but enough to make some noise. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to hit to the point where it's going to impact the nation, but it's to the point it needs to be addressed. And the fact that he said what he's about to say, it lets me know that I need to start making material to better men, to get men to another level. I hate to be another soldier in this fight, another lieutenant, another general, whatever you want to call me. But that statement that he made hit me so hard in the gut. Yo, I wanted to freaking cry. I was getting that emotional. Like, I'm like, bro, he don't know what he's talking about. Hell no. And I get it. It's just my anecdotal experience, but it's experience nevertheless. I've heard multiple people that I know say the same things that they're dealing with. They're trying to be good fathers, but they're not being allowed to. But anyway, we're going to get into the video. I don't want to draw this out any longer than it has to be. But I now know my calling is to make material to help people understand what fathers and men are going through. And not only bring up the problems, but hopefully we can bring solutions to this as well. Because I don't want to be the one that keeps bringing problems. Everybody knows the problem. There's the problem. This is the problem. Women are the problem. Men are the problem. I don't want my channel to evolve into something like that. Let's everybody take accountability. We know what the problems are now. Let's come up with the solutions. Let's have those conversations. So at the end of the video, I'm always going to come up with some type of solution, or I'm going to say, I just don't know a solution, and we'll have the discussion at another time. Something. But we got to get to the point where we identified the problem, which we all see that on every platform. But now we know the problem. Let's come up with a solution. But anyway, without further ado, I'm going to play this portion of it. Hopefully it doesn't get blocked. But, bro. And I'm going to try not to get pissed off again. Let's get in.
Who don't fight with custody, but then they have a child.
No, because they don't typically fight for it. They usually just cut and run.
But the reason is, like, I've talked to different attorneys about this, and the reason most attorneys will tell guys not to fight for custody because it's so expensive.
No, they won't. I've talked to the lead attorney too. No. They tell them not to fight because oftentimes they won't win. Because when a court is trying to figure out who's going to get custody of the kid,
it's very expensive. And a lot of times it's like, do you want to waste your life savings when you're most likely are not going to win?
No. None of this is true.
That is true.
Now, I won't specifically comment on this portion about expensive or if you're going to win or not, because I know in the state of Louisiana, it's different. It's different. We practice civil law here. Other states practice common law. So a civil law state, if a man fights for his kids, 9 times out of 10, if he's in a good situation, they're going to give him his kids. That's what happened to me. I fought for my kids. They gave me my kids. I wasn't on drugs. I wasn't out here doing crazy stuff. So they awarded me split custody, joint custody, and shared visitation, meaning I kept them half of the year. She keeps them half of the year. So I don't want to get too much into this portion of it, but let's continue.
The reason, okay, hold on. You can look up all the numbers and all the stuff if you want. The reason why men typically don't fight is because because if they fight and they're in a bad place to win because they haven't been taking care of the kid, they're not going to have a good outcome from the judge. When the judge is looking, let me finish this point yet.
Okay.
When the judge is looking at who gets custody, it's not about who puts up the better defense in court, who's got the more expensive lawyer. It's who spent most time with the child.
Oh.
Now, in certain states, that may be true, but a lot of times women keep the kids away from the man, so that doesn't really count because he can make the argument like, well, she hasn't been letting me see him, so of course she's spending more time with him. I want equal rights, equal visitation. And in Louisiana, I'm going to keep saying Louisiana, specifically Baton Rouge or whatever, because it may vary. Because this is a touchy situation. It depends on your lawyer. It depends on the judge. It depends on so many factors on how this plays out. Your background. Are you taking care of your kids? Did you initiate the court date? Especially that's always a good look. If the man goes for custody first before she files for any type of child support, any type of anything. I won't get too much into my situation on this particular video, but we're going to get back in.
Ooh, that's not correct. That's not correct, and I know that's not correct because I actually asked the lead attorney, who's been a 20-year divorce attorney, that exact same question, and he answered it. He came on my stream and he answered it. I don't have time right now to bring it up because I think it's just such a minor point within this entire stream, but that's not correct. I think having the lead attorney here during this particular point of the conversation regarding children would have benefited a lot from a accuracy perspective.
So if the mom has spent 95% of the time with the kid, doesn't matter how much you pay to a lawyer, you're not going to win custody.
She would do
there.
it. She's a housewife.
When men...
Now, again, that varies per state. Don't go up here listening to him thinking that you can't get your kids, man. Always be the first as a man to initiate custody. Trust me. I don't care where you are, civil state or you're a common law practice state. It matters who goes and initiates first. That shows you're showing the initiative to go actually get your kids, man. It's not as hard as they try to make it seem. A lot of dudes give up. But anyway, let's get in.
Do fight for custody, they win 60% of the time.
But the problem is, like, women can make it so the dad doesn't even see the kid and then go to court and then say
whose fault is that? Wait, hold on. Wait, no, wait, stop. Hold on. You just went on a whole
Now, what he's about to say is the part that pissed me off. Pearly just brought up a good point. A woman can literally, bro, this has happened to my pops. This has happened to me. I'm trying to go get my kids. She doesn't answer the phone. Ever. Doesn't answer the phone. Now, for picking that type of person, that's my fault. I take accountability, and it's her fault. She should take accountability as well from not letting me see my kids when I reach out to see my kids. But to specifically say it's the man's fault that someone else is stopping you from seeing your kids is the dumbest thing that I've ever heard anybody ever say. And I know this is freedom of speech. And he's free to say whatever he wants to say. But I'm free to critique anything that he has to say as well. That was straight dumb, yo. Period. But let's get back in.
About take accountability for your decisions, blah, blah, blah. And now you're saying what? Is the mom playing hide and go seek with
Wait. No. You're conflating two different points. I think both men and women should take responsibility of who.
Exactly what I just said.
They take that rubber off in front of.
Good point, MTR.
I think both men and women should take. Wait, hold on. Let me re-listen to that because.
Say
whose fault is that? Wait, hold on. Wait, no. Wait. Stop. Hold on. You just went on a whole spiel about take accountability for your decisions, blah, blah, blah.
Yes, and both men and women should. But he puts us a separate point here.
Two different points.
You're saying what? Is the mom playing hide and go seek with the kid?
Yes, absolutely. Oh my God, that's the perfect question. Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
What do you mean?
No, it's not hide and go seek, but she could play leverage the children to get.
No, MTR, you wrong, bro. It is hide and go seek. Hide and go seek. Bro, there was a time I'm trying not to get too far or deep into my personal but this is facts that I can pull up. I have police reports that I can pull up from going through the court system, bro, that I had so much evidence until we finally got to court. It was just nothing to talk about. It was nothing to discuss. But that was my point from going for a criminal justice degree, that I knew how to write letters. I knew how to accurately communicate without, getting violent or anything like that. I knew how to document everything that was going on. That's what saved me. I had all of my documentation on point, but if it wasn't for that, I would have been another statistic in the system getting dragged like I didn't want to take care of my kids. But anyway, let's get back in.
Back at the guy in spite.
Exactly. That's what they do.
It may not be hide and seek. Like she's going from city to city to city.
It's hide and
seek.
seek.
Actually does happen as well. But she can leverage the court system to have power over the man.
What do you mean when you say the wife has made it?
You know what's so crazy is that there's so many married men that I know right now. I don't have call-in capabilities, but that would want to call in, or not married men, but men that are fighting for their children right now that will call in and be like,
"You're right, MTR. I'm one. I'm one who went through it."
Husband can't take care of the kid.
Well, you've never heard of cases where women don't let the dad see the kid.
Hold on. Wait. Earlier, you said we weren't going to talk about exceptions. You want to talk about the rules. So don't give me the hide and go seek.
Yo, that's not a very small exception. That is an exception. And I do honestly believe that is an exception. But that is not a small exception of women and men that go through these situations, yo. Like, yes, I know that I'm one person in a big, vast world, but there are so many men that get played by the system because women know how to play the system. Now, I will credit Baton Rouge, Louisiana, for giving men a self-help place to go to get custody, to file all sorts of paperwork when it comes to their kids. They taking steps because they know these women out here, for the most part, aren't doing right by the money, aren't doing right by the kids, et cetera, et cetera. Not all. There are excellent mothers out there, period. I know that. But we cannot act like there are not women out there that are trying to utilize the system and get over on dads and the court system in order to get themselves in a better position, because they don't want to work. They understand that they have the kids, they have the money, the income taxes when that comes around. They have all type of benefits to leave the man. We cannot act like that is not an issue. Period. Let's get back in.
The kid.
It's more common than you think.
You're being snaky there when you say that. It's more common than you think. How often do you think a mom is hiding the kid from the husband?
All the time.
What percentage?
All the time. I don't know the percentage. I don't know the percentage.
Because in the UK, if that be the case, and I work in the industry, it's 275 to get.
Here's the thing.
Can we skip her?
Destiny had slight of a point there, and I will concede that point because we all don't know the percentage. We don't know. It's a bunch of anecdotal information. But here's the thing. We need a goddamn research and development arm for the content within this space to get the exact numbers. Because I don't think that there's ever been a research study on that. Why? Because who would give a shit about father rights?
Exactly.
Who would ever give a shit? If this sector, if the content in the sector in the space gets to the point where we can have that type of funding to fund people to actually figure out these numbers so that I can paint a much more clearer picture as to the ways that men are negatively affected by the family court or the child, or child support, or these other things like that. I think it'll do a lot of benefit within the talking points. So in that sense, they both need to concede to the point because they're, to my knowledge, there's not numbers that would specifically describe that.
A C101 application to go to the court for contact for your child. It isn't what it is in America. It's very easy.
Oh, I don't know what it is.
I can go out and do a bottle for $275. So I don't want to hear that excuse because I can go to court and police can turn up at my door if I go against that order. That's what I'm trying to say. So all this expensive thing.
What is the most expensive? That's child custody.
The most expensive thing is the most expensive. The most expensive thing is taking care of the kid.
Oh, not in all situations. There's a lot of young women out there that are getting way more, that are using the child support money.
All right. That's specifically what I wanted to go over, y'all. The part where he says the hide and go seek. I know that hit home for me because I was in a situation like that. It was freaking hide and go seek. And at that point, I was so young until I was literally chasing the mother of my children, trying to see my kids because I didn't understand. I didn't understand the court system. I didn't understand that the documentation that I was developing was going to lead to me a court case win, but that doesn't happen in every situation. And what's crazy, even after the win, I still was on child support. The only difference is I didn't land in tier A, I landed in tier B. And there's different tiers. I learned so much more from going in and trying to win custody for my kids that I can share with a lot of men. A lot of men out there can benefit from the information that I went through, especially in the Baton Rouge, Louisiana area specifically, because again, it varies state by state. So what I'm saying here doesn't apply to another state, another town, another city, whatever. Let me calm down, man, because the hide and go seek thing really hit me, bro. And I don't care what y'all say. Yeah, I'm hurt. Not anymore. It's been since 2010. I have a great relationship with my kids. I don't even talk to their mom like that anymore. They have their own cell phones at this point. Of course, they're older, high school and stuff like that. So I don't have to specifically deal with that. But when young brothers are going through stuff like this, man, I feel like I got to speak up. But I just want to make this video to let men know that you have a choice. You have a chance. Even being that low earner, I just committed to it. I made a decision. I'm getting my kids, yo. My kids are going to know who I am. My kids are going to know that I fought for them, yo. And I just went at it, man. And you could do it too. This is Freedom of Speech. This your boy Tate. Thank y'all for watching, man. Hopefully somebody found value in this video. And if you want more videos like this, where I critique or react to different stuff, let me know. I'll make more. This your boy Tate. This is F.O.S. I'm gone. Peace.